Hello, it's November 2nd, new month started, and it's a SIG Node CI group meeting. We have 7 attendees on the call. Welcome everybody. We have a very short agenda for today. So I wanted to start with short reminders that we need to get our PRs merged. I'm still working to understand how, who can I ask to approve PRs? We don't have many approvers in this area, so I will keep working on that. We have 6 LGTM PRs. Actually, there are 14, but 6 are related to our team effort. I will keep pushing. If you approve all 14, it's even better. And for non-approved, non-LGTM PRs, we have 45. Not all of them related. I didn't have energy to count which ones are related, which not. There are 2 pages of them. So if you have time, please go ahead and review all these PRs. It's nice to have progress going. So yeah, and somebody else added another link on project file. Who was it? Jorge, was it you?
Sorry, can you repeat that? I don't think I.
So somebody added a link to this project.
Yes, that was me.
Okay. Can you comment on this agenda item?
Yeah. So this one is essentially along the similar lines of what you were just saying. When the team got started, we created this project board, and I guess at this point, it's also an open question. Do we want to keep the project board? I don't know if people find the project board useful. If people don't find the project, which I guess is kind of a hard question to ask, but if somebody actually that I think I'm gonna stop at that. Do we want to keep the project board?
Project boards are very handy when we assign specific people for items. So we can, at a glance, see in progress item who is working on, who is pushing them forward. We managed to do that successfully over time with just assigning it this way, so as action items. Yeah, so I mean, whenever there is an update, somebody coming up and explain update on action item. So yeah, I don't know. Project board may be very handy if you start doing it. Start making assigning responsibility for driving some items forward. I don't think there is a problem so far. And people taking it responsibly, just lack of time. I think, yeah, if you have more people, it will be very handy.
Yeah, and actually that's a good comment. If anybody here is looking for a place to contribute, essentially we have the project board, and a handful of people add issues and PRs to the project board every now and then, which is separate from querying PRs and issues directly through labels in Kubernetes. But I guess we have there's that one that one other place for things to look at. If anyone is interested, there is a good handful of broken test and long-term projects. Again, if anyone is interested. But yeah, that's everything I had in mind, project board wise.
Yeah, since we're talking about broken critical tests, I did an investigation and I found that Morgan already found the root cause of containerd issues. Containerd people switched from CRI repository to containerd repository to defining their test YAML, and it doesn't seem to be working well. And Derek from containerd organization wanted to follow up, so I will keep track on this item. It was another test failure that Matt was planning to look at, and I don't see Matt. Oh, Matt, you're here, right?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, there's been some conversations on that. So me and Morgan and Jorge spent some time looking at it, but still ongoing. Jorge posted a link to a change in port, which might explain why it's not accessing the endpoint. So I'm trying to figure out, if there's something missing in terms of connecting. But anyway, it's a work in progress.
But so far, it sounds like it's an infrastructure issue, not a actual test issue, right?
Well, it might be something related to test configuration. So there's either a problem with the infrastructure, which I'm not really sure how to debug, or there might be some test configuration because there was a change from 8080 to 6443 for like the port for the API server and or the host port, and I'm just trying to figure out if something was missed in terms of Docker, the port is blocked or something, but I haven't been able to find anything too positive yet.
And related to that one, I also apologize for not responding to things promptly. I'm just getting back to Kubernetes things this week, but that one, the other brief detail that I can give is essentially the test suite, the things that actually runs E2E test, Node E2E test is actually maintained within within KK, and the patch that Matt just mentioned that was actually done in the test suite. The thing failing is the before test suite. That is a Ginkgo. That is a Ginkgo thing. So there is also the possibility that no D2E test. The additional step is whenever we have allocated resources in CI, we actually use the GCP CLI to create VMs and SSH into them. So it is possible that there's also as Matt mentioned, the problem in communication is actually while SSHing to and from, possibly. And for that one, Matt, since Matt, Morgan, since you two are the ones that have most time with that one, do you know how to reproduce it, or do you want to work async on figuring out how to reproduce the issue?
I have not attempted to run it on the infrastructure myself yet.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
In that case, let's give it a try. I think there is some documentation that we added from this group that might come in handy and help do this thing.
Yeah, I'm not aware of the SSH thing you're talking about, but
yeah, I'm sorry, I lost the context. So, are you talking about how to investigate test failures?
Yes, and specifically to the one affecting the containerd conformance job.
Right.
I see. So your suggestion is then to follow up on Slack to understand how, like, whether documentation is okay, so we can try it out.
I think first thing to I think a couple things to try out is to review the PR that was merged around the same time that the job began to fail, which is the thing that Matt mentioned around switching from port something to 6443.
Yeah, the deprecation of the secure port.
That one, and I think another manual way of betting whether that PR is good or not is to actually manually reproduce the CI runs. I think that if we can use the test suite's remote runner
Right.
and go from the KK commit before the PR was merged and then after the PR was merged, I think comparing the results from those two could be also a good check. if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I've tried to look at the artifacts to diff them, but it seems like there's stuff that's not even getting pulled off, which is really weird to me. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'll take another look at it. Yeah. Oh wait, it's there today. What the hell? Okay, interesting.
Okay. So I know for Numa, Roy following up internally. I don't have any updates here. Yeah, any other topics? Okay then. If we're okay, let's wrap it up. Happy Monday and have a productive week. Bye bye.
Thank you.
too.
Bye.
Thank you, folks.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye bye. Stay safe.
Thanks.